How many of you have ever seen La Cage aux Folles? The movie? How many of you seen the Broadway show? Okay, so this is obviously Zaza singing I Am What I Am. She is a drag queen, and she is letting everybody in the story know that she's done with their opinions and done with trying to be everything to everybody. She's trying to be the perfect mother to her son. She's trying to be the perfect wife to her husband, pretending to be this woman for this whole, well, you all know the movie, most of you do. And she finally just takes off the wig and just throws it down and says, you know what? Pfft. Uses a few words we can't use in church and says, I am what I am. Take it or not. Take it or leave it. So the title of my talk today is this. The question is, who? Say that. Who? Who? So the question is who? So when I was listening to these lyrics, I am what I am, I was thinking about what I wanted to say, but then all of a sudden I realized it was the wrong question. The question isn't what am I? The question is who am I? Because the what am I's are very individualized. I mean, if I asked you, what are you, what would you say? Just yell it out. Human. Human. What else? Fantastic. What? Fantastic. You are fantastic. Okay, but some of you are men, aren't you? Some of you are women. Some of you are both. So many different words these days for what someone is, and we get bogged down. We get way bogged down with what am I? You know, I'm a doctor, I'm a minister, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grief father, I am an uncle, I am so many different things. I am a bowler. I am a snorkeler. A person that doesn't. You know, all the things that say what I am, but the really question, the most important question is, who am I? And, you know, as we celebrate this Gay Pride weekend, and the irony is, I don't ever remember celebrating Gay Pride in my youth much. Maybe as I got more into my 30s or my late 30s, early 40s, I might have gone now and then. But I never had that sense of identifying myself as something. And the more I lived my life, the less I started identifying with what I was. And it's interesting, too, because as I shared with you a while back, I am someone who really did suffer from the imposter syndrome. You know, all my youth, my early years as an actor, because I was constantly cast in very masculine, macho roles, very butch roles. And although, obviously, just looking at me, you'd expect that, sometimes, I loved how you just laughed. Sometimes I would be up there on stage, you know, being really masculine and really like, you know, and like so in love with the leading lady and doing all that stuff. And there'd be something inside of me that was just like, you know, imposter, what are you doing? It's like that, what's that character in Lord of the Rings? Ow, that's not who you are. Yes. And Sneedle? Sneedle. Whatever, it's that thing, that, you know, that character. And I would have that voice in my head telling me this. And it was all about the what. It was never about the who. And the truth is, the more I got in touch with the who, the what took care of itself. And I stopped caring if this casting director thought I wasn't masculine enough for a part. I remember auditioning for a soap opera, and I got through all the auditions. And the casting director brought me in. He kind of had to, because I was an A-list actor in New York City. And I went through all the auditions and everything. I did my screen test and all. And finally, one of the producers said right to my face, said, you know what? This is going to be the end of the road because the character's just a little more masculine than you are. There was my imposter syndrome, like screaming out. And I was like, what? How dare you? And, but there's still a little bit of the what that trips me up at times. Sometimes I think I know what a minister is supposed to be like. And I'm not like that in the way most people think of ministers. I am not your grandmother's minister, clearly, right? And I have to be okay with that because I can't do any good in the world if I'm doing it as an imposter. I can only do good in the world. You can only live your best life if you are willing to stand tall and say, I am who I am. Not I am what I am. I mean, there are a lot of things that I am in the world of form, in this relative world. But we don't just live in the world of form. And that's what this whole weekend was about for me. I don't just live in this relative world of form. You know that expression, I am a human being, I'm a divine being having a human experience. Or I'm a human being having occasional divine experiences, or whatever those things are that people make up to feel good about all the crap that shows up in their life. I'm only human. How many times have you said that to someone? I'm only human. I mean, after all, I'm only human. No, you're not. You are not only human. You are humanly divine. And that's who you are. Not necessarily what you are, but who you are. And when I live from the who, I feel like I'm going to do a Dr. Seuss reading any second. When I live from who I am, the what gets a lot better. So in this weekend, as everybody's celebrating, celebrating the pride of being gay or being straight or whatever, I'd like to think that as we walk tomorrow, as we march tomorrow, as we drive down, what street is that on, Elizabeth? As we drive down Palm Canyon singing, God Makes Me Want to Sing, and half of them are going, are they saying God? We're doing it anyway. We're just going to sing and be who we are. Not what we are, because what we are is all individualized creations of this infinite field of pure potentiality. How does that sound as a what? Can you live that what? What am I? I am an individualized expression of the infinite field of pure creativity, and some days I am butch, and some days I am not. And that has to be okay. Because if you just want me to show up as one thing all the time, you are going to be as bored as, I can't use the word my mentor always used, but you're going to be bored. And you're going to be bored with your own life if you're constantly trying to be a what. You're constantly trying to be what you are, and you're not putting in the work that we did put in these last 3 days to be who we are. You know what else is going to happen if you start paying more attention to who you are than to what you are? You're going to find a lot more who's in Whoville. You are going to find a lot more who's. You are going to find those people that know who they are. And they're going to come into your orbit. We talked this weekend about being with like-minded people. But you know what? I got to say this as we go into midterm elections on Tuesday. I'm not interested in being with like-minded people. I'm interested in being with people and me remembering that we are all one people. Period. So if you ask me, I am what I am, I could say I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I am a gay man. I'm a straight man. I can give you so many different things that seem like they're polar, Eric, opposites. Straight, gay, man, woman, rich, poor, intelligent, intelligence that doesn't know it. I can give you all the polarities, all the things that make us different. And that's the what. But I'd rather walk this earth not as a gay man, taking pride in being a gay man, but as God, understanding that I am an individualized expression of this thing called God. Greatness on demand at all times, and so that no matter who I'm looking at, no matter who I'm with, no matter what is being expressed around me, I attract what is important for me. So I wanted to do a couple, I call them point and clicks, but that's not what they're called. What are they called? Pick a page. So, Marcy, give me a page. What? Of course, I said I was going to do this, and then I didn't wear my glasses, but I'm going to pretend I can read it. You don't know what's on the page. You don't know what I'm reading. So that's perfect. 201. And now is it Scarecrow? Give me a number, like 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2. Okay. Dale, would you come up and read this? You don't have your glasses either?
I don't have my glasses either.
Tiffany, come up here. Please read it the way it's written. Do not add any curse words.
Wait, what am I reading?
You're reading 201, second paragraph. Just read that line.
The first thing a practitioner does is to separate. Oh, duh.
You're loud, but
Thank you.
use the mic.
The first thing a practitioner does is to separate the belief from the believer. It is a personal, not a cosmic problem. Evil is not a problem to God. It is only a problem to the individual.
That's good. No, you're staying here.
Oh.
You're here till I'm done now.
Oh, good.
Read
Okay.
that again one more time. So everybody listen to this.
The first thing a practitioner does is to separate the belief from the believer.
Which means
That you are a God being that has beliefs. But the believer, the God being that you are, is separate and so much more any of those beliefs that reside
so
inside.
in other words, yes, brilliant. So in other words, the believer is the who, and the belief is the
What?
yes. And it's the beliefs that is driving your life in whatever direction it's going in. Just the beliefs, not the believer. You just happen to believe something that is taking your life this way. And how do you then take your life a different way?
Change your beliefs.
I'm asking them.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
No, I would say believe something else. What's the matter, William? My mic's on.
Glasses.
Oh my God, no, I love her doing it. Pretend you never found them. Okay. No, give them back to me. Give them to me. I'll take it. Thank you.
I may screw it up. You may
No, it's
change
okay.
his mind.
Way too dirty. Okay. So do you all get that? So the believer, which is who you are, has the opportunity to believe a lot of things. So give me something that you know you've believed that's really screwed up your life. Go ahead, Maria. Revenge, yeah. It does. Because if you are a revengeful person, if you have to get back at someone, if someone slaps you and you have to slap them back, you're carrying all of that inside of you. Until after you slap them, then you feel pretty good. That's not true, that was a joke. See, that's the problem. You all thought that was part of the philosophy. No, it's yeah. Let's try another one. Okay, go ahead, give me a page number. 207, Tiffany. And give me the woman from Scotland. Give me a paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Is there a paragraph 4 there?
Yes, there is.
Okay, hit it.
When we plant a seed in the ground, we do not have a great sensation, and it is not probable that the soil has any. But the seed planted in the creative soil will nevertheless produce a plant. What is true on one plane is true on all. Know what you are doing just as definitely as the gardener does. It is the person who knows what he is doing who gets results. Ooh, that was a good one. Like it.
That was good. So let me ask you this. How many of you, when you have a desire or a need, how many of you spend a lot of time worrying about it? Really? I think there's a lot more of you. Oh, some of you are raising your hands down here. Can't see that. Right. So that's what this is talking about. And you know what the one word is? Faith. It's very interesting. Where are you, Amy? So last night at the retreat, Amy lost her phone. No, she lost her wallet, her purse, with her passport. No, I said, so you lost your phone. She goes, no, it was a purse with my passport and my wallet, everything I own, all of it. And I was like, well, it's here. It's somewhere. Nothing is lost in the mind that knows that nothing is lost. And she took a deep breath, cursed some more, and then went to her room, and I don't know what she did. Surrendered? She worried all night. She said, I didn't sleep all night. Did you sleep? Oh, good, okay. So the next morning, of course, someone picked up her bag by accident because, how ironically, they had the exact same bag, which begs the question, where did her bag end up? But that's another question. Or did she just think, oh, I must have brought in 2 of these and walked out? Whatever. So here's the thing. This is an amazing, thank you so much, and thank you. Who did I ask to do that? Thank you so much. So here's the thing. We're in Gratitude Month. When a challenge comes up, we need to know that whatever that is handled, and be grateful for it being handled. You see, it's the gratitude that caps it off. Because when you say, I have a challenge right now, I'm not sure. Oh my God, I've lost. And how funny, Alicia lost her phone in here during rehearsal. She couldn't find it. I was like, what is going on? Everybody's losing their phones, wallets, passports. And she did find it. But I said to her, and as Rita and I were walking back, Rita, seeing Amy saying, I still haven't found it, Rita goes, there is no lost in the mind. And she's like walking around proclaiming to the trees, it is here, it is now, fully realized. And when she finished, I turned to her and I went, what the hell was that? But ironically, she got it moments later. Now the question will be, did that have any impact on it? Or would it have happened anyway? Probably anyway. But no, it always has an impact. And what really has the impact is your mind. Do you or do you not know who you are so clearly that no matter what's going on in your life, you understand there's good to be had from it, no matter what? And depending on, regardless of what side of the political aisle you are on, you're all going to have something on Tuesday night to deal with, whichever side you're on, right? Because somewhere something's going to go this way and somewhere something's going to go that way. And for some people, they're going to think it's all going downhill, and some people are going to think there's hope. Whatever. You're all on a side that is going to have something to deal with. But what if, in this month of gratitude, we could give gratitude for the fact that we live in a country where we actually can still vote? Right? That's number one. Number two, what if we actually understood that regardless of what is going on, life is unfolding perfectly at a divine level? Period, end of sentence. And don't go out there and start arguing for your limitations. That's the world of what? What's going on? What's going on? What's going? That's that world. We are in this world, right? Do you have a song for that?
Yes. In this world? No.
Were you just going to sing?
I was totally going to do it, and then I was
No.
Go ahead. Listen, I'm on a roll here. I'm doing well. I don't want to ruin it.
So, do you get the whole point of the question is who? I feel like I've just given you all such an amazing gift. I have. I've given you an amazing gift in a week that you're going to need it. No matter who you are, where you're going to need to remember who you are. Not remember what you are, to remember who you are. I'm going to do one more really fast. Give me a page. Ooh. No, that's good. I just wonder, what's at the front of this book?
It's probably the index. Okay. Let's see.
Oh my God, it is.
It is the index.
No. Here we go.
No,
Hold on.
it's not.
Oh, no, it starts on page 25. Try again.
28. All right.
You're just determined to see what's at the beginning of this book.
It's all in the beginning of the book. The entire teaching is in the first 4 chapters.
Goodbye, I'm going home. Okay. What verse? What chapter? Yeah.
3.
Verse 3. Is there a verse 3?
Verse 3. 1, 2. Yes, there is.
There is. Okay, you all ready? Take a deep breath.
Okay. What is the mind? No man living knows. We know a great deal about the mind, but not what it is. Ooh, the what? By mind, we mean consciousness. We are now using it. We cannot locate mind in the body, for while the body is a necessary vehicle for consciousness while we are here, it is not consciousness. The who. We cannot isolate mind. All we know
That's
about
good.
it.
I think we're saturated.
All right. Okay, go.
Just go to the beginning again.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it like with a British accent.
Let's see. What is the mind? No man living knows. We know a great deal about the mind, but not what it is. It's kind of Cockney. I don't know what happened. By mind, we mean consciousness. We are now using it. We cannot locate mind in the body, for while the body is a necessary vehicle for consciousness, while we are here, it is not consciousness.
Perfect. You were like Australian, English, Cockney.
There was a little Cockney
it
in
was
there.
Like,
I
you were
know.
just like,
I didn't know I could do
you
that.
are one mind for all.
It's a little
So
schizophrenic.
basically, what Ernest Holmes is saying here, you think you're the mind that you're using right now, but you are so much more than that. Consciousness doesn't require your body or your brain to know who it is. Consciousness just is. Just like God is consciousness. We kind of use these as synonyms. So consciousness is what you are, who you are. Consciousness is in this room. This room is filled right now with an amazing consciousness. Can you feel it? Mm-hmm. Can you feel the energy in this room? That's consciousness. Your individual mind will process that consciousness and turn it into whatever you decide to turn it into. But I'm going to tell you this. The more you stay in the consciousness of the divine and process what's going on from the who that you are, which is consciousness, life shifts. So this week, as you move through your week, I would like to invite you to be grateful for the very fact that you are consciousness, constantly moving. Be grateful for the fact that you get to decide how to use it. Be grateful for the fact that you get to make whatever decisions you make sense in your life and then live from that perspective. So the question is, who? Who do you know yourself to be? The minute you're clear about that, what you are becomes infinitely more interesting. Namaste.